The View is facing an insane backlash over Sunny Hostin dropping her dumbest take yet. If they haven't already faced the backlash, then they will. And people can't believe how casually a daytime panel tried to turn Thanksgiving into a moral test. So every time The View starts another segment about regular Americans, it just seems like they're talking about a country that they never actually live in, and Sunny Hostin always leads the charge with that same detached confidence. Okay. So people tuning in want perspective, but however, The View gives lectures and judgment, usually with Sunny Hostin framing everyday families like they're the problem. It gets old watching The View just talk down to half the country as if disagreement actually makes someone less human. So there's a point where, the way Sunny Hostin speaks stops sounding, informed and stuff and starts sounding insulated, excuse me, and The View never seems to notice. So here's a quick clip of, you know what? Matter of fact, once The View once again turned Thanksgiving into a segment about, who deserves to enjoy a meal, and Sunny Hostin delivered her lines like, she was scolding the nation. You see, regular people do not sit around waiting for elite approval to eat turkey, and yet Sunny Hostin just acted like groceries and dignity depend on her standards, while The View audience actually nodded along. You see, there's also a difference, between commentary and superiority. And guess what? Sunny Hostin crossed that line while The View tried to pretend that it was just empathy. Okay. So basically, families want to relax on holidays, not be told who deserves food. Okay. So here's the clip in question right here where Sunny just goes ahead and issues
This is the
a
Republican
really foolish
shutdown.
comment.
Mike Johnson sent everybody away on vacation. Okay, this is the Republican shutdown. This is the Republican shutdown. Mike Johnson sent everybody away on vacation. Okay, this is the Republican shutdown. This is not a Democratic shutdown. And I think the most important thing that we need to realize is that, as you mentioned, Whoopi's 40 million Americans. That includes those that need it the most. We're talking about children, the elderly, and people with disabilities. And you know which states are affected the most? Red states are affected the most. We're talking about New Mexico, Louisiana, Oregon. Those are states, Alabama. Those are states that rely on SNAP benefits the most based on the highest percentage of the population receiving those benefits. So when those Trump voters start not being able to have Thanksgiving dinner, their children are hungry. Their children aren't getting what they need. Their parents, grandparents aren't getting what they need. I wonder what happens then. Will Republicans finally come back to the table?
I have two things.
Okay, my thing is like this whole thing, it just reeks and stuff because I mean, let's be honest here. Whenever The View just goes ahead and mention, food insecurity, Sunny Hostin uses it like a talking point instead of a human problem. Okay, so the tone from Sunny Hostin always is always cold. That kind of framing tells viewers more about The View than the country itself. Okay, and people struggling to afford food will probably appreciate, real solutions, not moralizing commentary. And meanwhile, Sunny Hostin keeps just, presenting hard times as, political leverage. And The View applauds instead of just offering any kind of empathy. Okay. So basically, this show has a big habit of oversimplifying political and economic issues. And Sunny repeated the claim about, a Republican shutdown without acknowledging Senate rules. You see, it sounded like Sunny just wanted blame more than clarity, and they avoided explaining the 60-vote reality. Many viewers might not know the process, so their omission shapes their understanding. You see, Sunny did not help with nuance, and the tone fit the same emotional approach they always rely on. Okay, so the ladies on this show listed, rare states with a tone suggesting that they should feel consequences first, and Sunny Hostin looked almost, eager while saying, I mean, that right there is not compassion, even if Sunny believes the moral frame justifies it. Okay, and they never push back. Okay, Wanting communities to struggle just to go ahead and teach a lesson is resentment. Regular households do not cheer for neighbors to suffer, yet Dunny delivered it like it's justice, and they treated it like it was insight. Okay, so they even they even stated the same stunt last year about cutting off family members over votes, and Sunny supported isolating relatives again. Holidays should not be a loyalty test, but Sunny just turned it into that particular thing. And the ladies pushed that idea as sensible. You see, normal families handle differences without exile. Okay. Most people want peace at the table, not purity standards invented by the ladies of the View or even Sunny herself and supported by the rest of them. Now, that view of life is disconnected from reality. Now, the women on this show continue to, frame disagreement as more failure, and Sunny just keeps repeating that theme like it's principle. People across America handle diverse beliefs every day without scolding, yet Sunny talks as if unity only counts when everyone agrees. That particular mindset is tiring, and this show keeps feeding it. Now, most households care about, love and food more than panels and politics. Sunny is talking like she police's kitchens only shows how insulated the show has become. Okay, so basically, the California poverty statistic exposed a blind spot for The View, and Sunny Hostin did not have an answer once confronted before. You see, California having the largest number of people in poverty does not fit Sunny Hostin's narrative, and The View conveniently just moved past it. Reality does not change because a segment script demands it. You see, Sunny Hostin just sounded certain until the numbers got involved, okay? And then the tone from The View shifted without acknowledgement, okay? And that's no surprise right there, but Puerto Rico's poverty rate contradicted The View again, and Sunny Hostin avoided addressing it directly. Narrative first, facts second remains the pattern from Sunny Hostin, and The View continues presenting emotion as truth. You see, most viewers understand numbers do not bend to feelings. Okay, so when The View gets called out by data, it becomes clear the goal is outrage, not accuracy. And Sunny Hostin pushes forward, anyway, and trusting repetition over explanation. Okay, so basically, the philosophy from this show often sounds like punishment, okay, disguised as morality, and Sunny Hostin pushes it hardest. You see, there is no kindness in rooting for people who hurt just to shift politics, yet Sunny framed it like the righteous pressure, and the show let it stand. Life gets hard enough without commentators celebrating pain. You see, most Americans do not operate that way. And even if Sunny and the other ladies think resentment equals justice, and that right there is bitterness, okay? So sometimes outsiders offer more balance than this show, and Sunny gets out reasoned by people who simply don't cut off friends. Wanda Sykes offered, a healthier view on disagreeing, yet Sunny dismissed tolerance, and the show backed her. That attitude does not build bridges at all. And Americans live with differences every day without losing their minds. Okay, so definitely Sunny could learn from that instead of treating division as moral strength while the show just pretends that it's simply wisdom. Now, process matters, and this show ignored Senate voting facts while Sunny Hostin turned it into a partisan blame. You see, without mentioning the 60 vote requirements, Sunny just created a skewed picture, and the rest of the ladies ran with it. Now, the viewers deserve clarity, not emotional shortcuts. Working families want solutions, not blame games. Yet Sunny just chose outrage, and this show chose simplicity over accuracy. But that's no surprise right there. It's The View. Now, credibility blurs when this show sits us inside the news division, and Sunny treats emotional commentary like reporting, okay? So the network structure gives this show an aura of authority, even when Sunny leans more activist than analyst. And that trick influences unaware viewers. Now, people assume expertise where there is strategy instead. Sunny benefits from that confusion, and the show uses it a lot more often. Now, The View feeds on, emotional reactions, and Sunny Hostin provides them reliably. So accuracy comes second, and The View viewers get the same pattern. Outrage first, facts later, and that approach works on TV, but not around kitchen tables. So real households want calm more than chaos. And Sunny Hostin and The View forget that people face real problems beyond broadcast theatrics, okay? So basically, families sitting down to Thanksgiving do not run their homes the way The View runs its studio, and Sunny Hostin still expects alignment. Now, real people know love exists across differences, even if Sunny Hostin calls disagreement harmful and The View praises separation. Now, that thinking isolates rather than, heals. And most homes prefer quiet gratitude over combative righteousness. Okay, so yeah, Sunny Hostin cannot dictate tradition through The View. Okay, but I mean, at the end of the day, families will still gather even if The View wishes otherwise and Sunny Hostin scolds. You see, people will cook, talk, laugh, and even share meals without waiting for Sunny Hostin approval. You see, America does not run on panel politics. Thanksgiving means family and gratitude, not filters from The View. And some voices in studios forget that life keeps going beyond their views. Okay, so definitely this country values connection, and even if The View tries to shame tradition and Sunny Hostin cheers hardship, families still choose unity. Love beats commentary, and community beats resentment. Now, life is bigger than a script written for division. That truth remains whether, Sunny Hostin or even The View accept it or not. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Be sure to smash the like button, share the video far wide across social media. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for future uploads, notifications, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, peace.